You tell me it gets better in time. You say I pull myself together, pull it together.
Hi guys, I am Nicky Thompson, and I am the artistic director of Speakeasy Playhouse Theater Company. And tonight we are performing Shattered for you by Kristin Pollack. This is going to be our second Speakeasy's live show. If you look back into the history, we also have Suicide Notes, which was written by myself. So I will give you right now, this is a viewer discretion is advised. This is a strong topic about a rape victim. So viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to bring my actors out. They're going to introduce themselves, and then they are going to exit, and we'll start the show for you.
Hi, I'm Haley Pollack. I'll be playing the part of Sara.
And I'm Emily Cote, and I'm going to be playing Stephanie.
Empty stage. At Rise, Sarah's lying flat on her back on the floor. Her pants are down around her ankles. Her shirt is on, and she appears to be nude and unconscious. As the voiceover begins, she moves slowly, revealing she's waking up.
Black. Everything is black. It should be. I'm dreaming, right? But if I'm dreaming, what is that noise? It's so distant. Come on, Sara. Pull yourself out of the black. What is that noise? It sounds as if it is two pieces of wet rubber rubbing together. It is a juvenile sound. A sound that would make little kids laugh. Climb out of the black. Come on, what is that noise? Open your eyes, Sara. Somebody's body is rubbing on mine. What are you doing? Why are my pants down? What is going on? What did you do? Oh my God, no, this is not what I want. This isn't what I want.
Sara sits up in panic. Blackout. Scene 2. Setting. Office with 2 chairs, a love seat, side table and lamp. There is a small center table between the 2 chairs and a vase on it. The vase appears to have been dropped and shattered at some point, and someone took the time to glue it back together piece by piece. The vase has a beautiful and perfect flower coming out of it. The side table has magazines and coffee cups sitting on top of it. The love seat and chairs have pillows on them. At Rise, Stephanie Angel Fires, walking around her office tidying up. She is humming the song Hands by Jewel. As she does, Sara enters.
Hi, Mrs. Angelfire.
Hi, Sara. I've told you for several weeks now that you can call me Stephanie. Here, take a seat.
I'm good. Busy, but good.
That's wonderful. How did the dinner with your family go? We had talked about that during some of our last session.
It went well. While we were at the restaurant, my dad gave me these earrings. He said he wanted to give me something to encourage me while away at college.
They're beautiful. I'm so glad dinner went well. How's the rest of your week been?
All right. School is good. Stressful, but good. Being a sophomore in college isn't supposed to be easy, I guess. I went out to dinner with Nicholas and his friends last night.
Dinner with your family? Dinner with your boyfriend? It's quite a bit of social time for you. How'd it make you feel?
Oh, you know, being around humans is something I would like to do less of.
Sara, can I talk to you about your relationship with Nicholas?
Okay.
Are you happy in it? Do you feel like you were treated well?
Sure, he's great. He says he loves me a lot. We used to be around each other all the time. I've just been really busy lately and want to be left alone.
How long have you been together?
2 months.
Does your feeling of wanting to be alone have anything to do with the incident?
No.
Would you like to talk to me about the incident at all? Was Nicholas there when it happened?
No.
Sara, you were here at your family's request. I know that they told you getting some counseling is now a stipulation for their continuing to pay for your college education. I commend you for being willing to come and see me and how hard you work on the things that I asked you to do. But I would like you to know that you're safe here with me, and that while you have shared with me that you have experienced an onset of anxiety, I would like to talk to you about, I want to see what might have triggered it. Your parents have expressed to me that they believe you were a victim of some sort of incident. They noticed a distinct change in your behavior, and though you won't talk to them or me about it, you have not denied that nothing has happened.
So?
Sarah, have I ever shared with you about why I became a counselor?
No.
Well, I'm actually a victim of years of sexual abuse from a family member, and I was raped by a group of strangers at college.
Oh.
You see, I was raised by a very angry stepfather and a very afraid mother. My mother just didn't want to be alone and had the talent of only seeing what she wanted to see. My stepfather was originally a blessing to my single mother. He came along when I was 8 months old, and while I was growing up, she told me over and over how she didn't think she would make it alone. And she always told me what a relief finding someone to love the two of us was. I was raised being told to be grateful and how in debt we were to him. We did our best to please him. We would make sure the house was clean when he got home from work and dinner was ready. I did my best to make him happy in the evenings when my mom was gone. She worked at the night shift at the hospital as a nurse. I was quiet when he wanted me to be quiet. And I was silly and playful when he wanted to be entertained. I was carried his dirty dishes to the sink after dinner. He was our hero, and my mother made very sure that I remembered that. When he was upset, needed somebody to yell at, we let him yell at us. And then, when he needed to express his anger physically, he hit my mother and she never fought back. It scared me, but I believed he loved us, and I was incredibly proud of how obedient I was. It was something I believed made me very valuable. When I was 8, he started coming into my room at night. I held still, just like he wanted to, and well, I continued to be obedient.
I'm so sorry. Why are you telling me this? Your stepdad sounds like an asshole. Did your mom ever leave him?
No, my mom's still with my stepdad to this day. I don't speak with them. I want to tell you a little bit more before I explain to you why I'm sharing you this. Is that okay? This abuse continued until I was 18 years old. I had sex over 200 times by that time. I left home for college, and the only man I'd ever been with was my stepfather. He hasn't touched me since. Unfortunately, I was very depressed and a dysfunctional young woman. I went to college because I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I used loans and grants and scholarships to party away my pain. I tried everything with everyone, and I was good to go as long as I was in control. At least that's what I told myself. I firmly believed sex was all I was good for, but as much as I was doing it, I hated it. One night, I went to a party on my own. I had been told about it by a guy from class, and I thought it would be another place for me to act out my own self-loathing by getting trashed. He seemed nice enough, though, so I thought it would be safe. The party was thrown by a group of guys that I didn't know. I never saw the boy from class, and since none of my friends were there, after a few drinks, I decided to head home. But they didn't let me leave. I won't get into the detail of what happened, but it crushed me. So Sarah, I want you to know that this room is a safe room. It's a room for the imperfectly perfect. I became a counselor because it took me years to work through all the pain and suffering I had buried down in my soul, but I did it, and I found a lot of healing, and I want nothing more than to be there and love others who need it as well. You do not have to tell me anything you don't want to, but I hope that you believe me when I say I care tremendous about you and the other young women I counsel.
I'm so sorry all that happened to you. I do believe you, that you care.
Well, thank you.
I guess I am lucky my mom and dad love me so much. Don't get me wrong, my life isn't perfect. I was a total social outcast growing up. The whole being cool and pretty thing was just not me. I was born with a Buddha belly, and I had it until the summer I came here for school. I guess I finally whittled it away.
Feeling like an outcast must have been hard.
It was. I was so awkward. And in middle school, when boys became important, None of them seemed to be looking at me. I got stretch marks on my stomach as an 8th grader and was ridiculed relentlessly when the other girls noticed. I hadn't ever thought of myself as fat before that, but I've never stopped thinking of myself as fat since.
Those are really tough years. I'm sorry that you were attacked for something completely natural. I mean, men and women of all shapes and sizes get stretch marks for a variety of reasons.
Oh well, who cares? You can hardly see them anymore. They are so faded. I was always afraid to have a boyfriend because I didn't want him to see how ugly my body was. But by college, my Buddha belly left me, and Nicholas found me.
Well, tell me about Nicholas.
Sure, he's great. He says he loves me a lot. We used to be around each other all the time. I've just been really busy lately and want to be left alone.
Sara, you say the exact same thing to me every time I talk about Nicholas. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
I don't know. I mean, he's my first boyfriend. He hasn't even met my family yet. They know I have a boyfriend, though. I told everyone. It's funny how stupid I was, thinking having a boyfriend would be so great.
Do you not think that anymore?
I don't know. Did your stepdad really rape you over 200 times?
Yeah, he did.
And your mom never did anything?
No, she didn't. My mom was never able to confront her own issues, and unfortunately, it ended up hurting me. Going to the hospital at night was her escape. There she was able to be brave and help people and forget all the things that was happening at home. That she felt like she couldn't stop.
Is it okay that I ask you questions?
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't imagine what it must have been like to be tortured like that. I was a virgin in high school. I decided I wanted to be a virgin until I got married. That was my dream. I always wanted to get to have this amazing wedding night. I figured if somebody loved me enough to marry me, then that's who I wanted my first time to be with. I guess you never get to make a decision like that.
Not at first, no.
I'm sorry.
I have a wonderful life, Sara. I have a husband that loves me and is very accepting of me. God has blessed me and healed me a lot. But you mentioned that you were a virgin. What happened to your dream?
It just didn't work out. Who gets to have a dream like that these days? It's silly.
I don't think it's silly.
I just didn't make things clear enough. He misunderstood me. It's fine.
What's fine?
It's nothing. I mean, he was abused repeatedly when he was a boy, victimized by his mom's boyfriend. So he would never do that to anyone else. He didn't understand. He didn't know I'd passed out. He didn't realize my answer would have been no. I feel so bad for all the horrible things that have happened to him. How can I accuse... No, he didn't do that. God, I wish this had never happened. How am I supposed to survive this? I don't want this to have happened to me. I want to be someone else. I want this to have happened to someone else. Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
It's not necessary to apologize. You don't have to judge yourself. Remember, this is a safe environment.
I just don't want this to have happened at all.
You don't want what to have happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay.
I am so sad. I never really understood that word until recently. How deeply it's possible to feel pain. Poor Nicholas, being raped as a boy. He can't help how dysfunctional he is.
What did he do to you, Sara?
Okay. If he would just get some counseling, I am sure he would be okay. Then he would know better. That what he did to me was wrong.
What did he do?
He raped me. There, I said it.
Yeah, you did, and you're okay.
Far from it. I was raped. I was raped. How did this happen? No, I don't want to be a rape victim. I'm not, because he would never do that. But he did, and I let him. I don't want all this pain. I want my life to go back to the way it was.
We don't get to go back, Sara. But you don't have to carry around this with you forever. Life can be wonderful. You can face this pain, feel it, move through it to the other side. I know you don't believe me right now, but you are strong enough to survive this.
I'm so scared. And Nicholas, he wouldn't have done this on purpose. Not unless I asked for it in some way. Maybe I was dressed in a way, or maybe I flirted too much. Or maybe because we had made out other times, he didn't think I was serious.
Stephanie gets up and walks to Sara.
Those earrings your father gave you are really pretty.
Stephanie then grabs the earrings and takes them off of Sara.
Hey, that hurt. What are you doing?
Thank you for these earrings. I will enjoy wearing them.
I didn't say you could wear them.
Well, they're mine now.
I didn't say you could have them.
But you wore them. You put them out there for me to see, and you blushed when I complimented them.
What are you doing?
I want them, so I'm taking them.
That's insane, Mrs. Angel Fire.
You're right. It is.
Stephanie gives back the earrings.
It doesn't matter that you wore your earrings in public to show off how pretty they are, or that you accepted a compliment I gave you about them. They're yours, and you decide what happens to them.
I agree.
Then why do you not think that you don't get to have the same say and control over when you have sex?
Oh.
If you want, you can share more about that night with me.
Not much to share. We went to a party and he kept handing me drinks. I didn't think anything of the fact that he wasn't drinking himself. I do now, though. I must have passed out because a noise woke me up and he was on top of me. I realized what was happening, and I froze. I wish I was braver. I wish I had fought him and pushed him off of me.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Sara. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You were disoriented and scared. You weren't even conscious at first. How could you have fought him?
When I started to wake up and saw him on top of me moving like that, I panicked and screamed. But it was all in my head. In reality, I just laid there, frozen in fear while he finished. When he was done, he just got up, put his pants on like nothing had happened. Some huge part of my soul quit that day. Just left. I just died, became this zombie making my way through life. I can't blame him though. I shouldn't have gotten drunk.
Have you ever been drunk around him before?
Yes.
Did he rape you then?
No.
Then why are you blaming yourself for getting raped because you were drunk?
It was stupid and irresponsible.
Yeah, it was. But being stupid and irresponsible is not punishable by rape. Sara, I'm a lucky woman. I found a wonderful man, and I've been able to do things how I feel comfortable, when I feel comfortable, with all of his support. There are some amazing, wonderful, kind, humble, and supportive men out there. I'm telling you this because I want you to start treating Nicholas as an equal. You're treating him like someone who is less than you, and needs you to make an excuse for him or look out for him. Like if you do something remotely attractive, it's all your fault that he raped you, because how could you expect him to stop himself? Men are perfectly capable of being intelligent and honorable human beings. They are not so worthless that they can't control themselves. Nicholas made his choice. He may have had to endure horrific things in his life, but so have I. So many others. There are other ways for him to deal with it. He doesn't have the license to commit crimes against others just because those crimes were committed against him.
Will I get better? Will I feel again? Stephanie, I am really scared that I won't be okay. That this heartbreak is forever. I can't breathe anymore. I wanted that wedding night so bad. I wanted that stupid dream with all my heart. And now it's gone. I just wanted to feel like I was special to someone. Like I had something to give them. I don't know what I have to offer. I don't know what makes me special. I don't understand all this hurt. It's too big and too deep.
Stephanie walks over to Sara and kneels to her.
That dream has never been stupid, and it's not gone. It just looks a little different. You will learn to breathe again. This heartbreak is not forever. And you will have as beautiful wedding night as you ever hoped for. He doesn't get to take that from you. Nobody does. And Sara, you have so much more to give than just one special night. You, like many other women who have struggled, are so busy trying to make themselves valuable that they can't see that they already are.
What now? If I break up with him, people will ask questions. If I tell what happened after waiting all this time, no one will believe me. I'll be alone.
You won't be alone. We'll do this one step at a time. Together.
I don't want to hurt him.
Maybe never asking him to accept responsibility for his behavior would hurt him the most.
Okay. I want to go forward. One step at a time.